Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're getting into something that seems simple but really isn't sugar. We all think we know it, but the sources we've looked at, they paint a much, much more complex picture.
Absolutely.
So our mission here is to cut through some common ideas, get down to the basic chemistry, how it hits our metabolism, and also the history and economics that put it everywhere.
Right.
And here's a key thing, kind of an aha moment we want to start with. Metabolically, not all sugars are the same. And understanding that, it's really crucial for your health.
Exactly. That's the core of it, really. Let's break down glucose and fructose. Glucose is like the body's go-to fuel. Most cells use it. Insulin helps get it in. Pretty straightforward.
Okay.
Fructose, though, that's different. Your liver does most of the heavy lifting there. And importantly, it doesn't really trigger insulin.
No insulin spike.
Not in the same way.
Okay.
Instead, the liver turns that fructose into glucose, or, and this is key, directly into fat.
Into fat. Okay, so they're different alone. But what about together? Like in table sugar, sucrose, or high fructose corn syrup? Is it just adding them up?
No, it's more like they amplify each other. There's this synergy. Glucose actually helps your gut absorb fructose better.
Really?
Yeah, and then the fructose can sort of speed up how the liver takes in and stores glucose. So the combination makes it easier to absorb and more likely for your liver to store the energy as fat.
Ah, I see. So it's not just about the calories then, it's the type of sugar and how they interact.
Precisely. And that unique metabolism leads to some specific health issues.
Like what?
Well, a big one is non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD. Fructose ramps up fat production lipogenesis in the liver.
Okay.
And at the same time, it makes it harder for the liver to burn fat. So it's kind of a double hit.
Wow.
We also see links to chronic inflammation. Fructose and sucrose seem to boost inflammatory markers, like C-reactive protein, more than just glucose alone. This adds to system-wide inflammation.
So the science seems pretty clear on the metabolic side. But how did sugar get so, everywhere? That takes us into the socio-political side, doesn't it?
It does. It's quite a story. From a luxury spice, through colonialism, the slave trade.
A really dark history there.
Absolutely. And then industrialization, making it cheap and common. That history really paved the way for today.
And then there was that campaign in the 60s.
Yes, the Sugar Research Foundation. It's pretty shocking when you look at the documents. They paid Harvard researchers, quite prominent ones, paid them to publish a review that essentially shifted the blame for heart disease away from sugar and onto fat.
And they didn't disclose the funding.
No disclosure. And that review heavily influenced dietary guidelines and public thinking for, decades.
Yeah.
It delayed a real focus on sugar's risks.
Incredible. And we still see echoes of that influence, right? Like government policy.
Definitely. You have, for instance, the U.S. government still subsidizing sugar production.
Making it cheap.
Making it cheap and widely available in processed foods, even while other government agencies are telling us to cut back on sugar. It's a bit of a contradiction.
Yeah, it seems like the system is working against itself there.
Which brings up another big question people ask.
Yeah.
Is sugar addictive?
Right. Is it?
Well, animal studies show it can hijack the brain's reward pathways. Similar to some drugs, you see cravings, withdrawal-like signs. Now, clinically, it's not classed like opioids, but its power to drive compulsive eating, that has real physical and psychological effects. It's definitely habit-forming for many.
Okay. And what about the hyperactivity thing with kids?
Oh, the sugar rush myth. Yeah, studies generally debunk that. It seems to be more about parental expectation or just the exciting environment, like a party where kids often get sugary foods.
Oh, the context matters. Okay, so pulling all this together, what does this mean for you listening right now, trying to eat healthily?
Well, the advice from major health bodies like the WHO and American Heart Association is pretty clear. Cut down on added sugars. Drastically.
How much are we talking?
The AHA suggests for women, no more than about 25 grams a day. That's like 6 teaspoons. For men, around 36 grams or 9 teaspoons.
And the average American consumes?
Around 17 teaspoons a day. So way over the recommendation.
Wow. So practical tips. How do you actually cut back?
First, become a label detective. Look for added sugars specifically. And watch out for sugars aliases like dextrose, fructose, corn syrup. There are many.
Right.
Make simple swaps. Sugary drinks are the biggest single source for most people. Try water, seltzer, unsweetened tea instead.
Good tip.
And focus on whole foods. Be wary of low-fat processed stuff because they often just swap the fat out and pump up the sugar to make it taste good.
Okay, that makes sense.
So yeah, the truth about sugar isn't simple. It's this weave of science, history, economics, policy. It's not just about willpower. It gives us energy, sure, but too much, especially fructose, really does have unique metabolic consequences.
So maybe the final thought to leave everyone with is this. Knowing about the industry influence, the government policies still in play, how can we as individuals use this knowledge? How do we push for more transparency, maybe even bigger changes that put public health first, not just agricultural output or profit, something to think about.